Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at one of my favourite products from the Century Carp Fishing stable, and that's the Blackmax Carbon Pod. It's the flagship pod in a range of 4, and today we're going to delve into a little bit more detail, and I'm going to tell you exactly why I think it's one of the best pods on the market. Well, let's kick it off with how the pod looks. Of course, with all of the Century Stealth range, you've got that very minimal company branding. Combine that with the black carbon high spec tube and the black anodised aluminium fittings, it really does set this pod off, especially on a sunny day like today. To give you a little spec on the pod, it can be used at 70 centimetres long, or you can fit the centre bar adapter and shorten it down to 50 centimetres. It comes supplied with 4 6-inch adjustable legs, 2 3-inch uprights and 2 4.5 uprights, as well as 2 3-rod fixed length buzz bars, one 11.5 inches and one 10. The pod also comes supplied in its very own deluxe Century Carp Fishing bag. And one of my favourite features they've added to this pod is the fixing loop at the rear. In adverse weather, or if you're fishing on decking or concrete, you can put a peg in the ground, strap the pod down to it and fix it to the loop, and you can rest assured that that pod ain't going nowhere. So back to my point of why it's my favourite pod in the range, and in my eyes one of the best on the market. It's very low to the ground, the centre of gravity is very low, so it's very, very stable. Combine that with displayed legs. You've got adjustability around the whole pod, whether it be length, height, the legs. You can swap the buzz bars round and have the lower ones at the back to get your tips up, or you can put them at the front and have your tips facing down. Like I mentioned earlier, that fixing loop on the back of the pod, it really is a nice extra. For me, I've sort of steered away from using pods in the past simply because I just don't trust that in a situation where I need to be fishing locked up or with a heavy drag, I just feel like the pod would get pulled over or pulled in. But with that fixing loop, you really do not have to worry about it. Obviously that's extra secure, the pod's not going anywhere. Combine that with the widespread legs and the low centre of gravity, I don't have no worries about it pulling over either. I've been using the pod now for about 8 months in my own fishing, and it really does turn heads on the bank. That low minimal branding from Century, combine that with the carbon, everybody stops and wants to have a look at the pod. Another major positive for me is the bag that the pod comes supplied in. When I'm on the bank, I like to be light, mobile, and I don't like having too much luggage with me. Well, with this, it carries everything for the pod, but I can also get my bank sticks, my buzz bars, stabilisers, my receiver, everything I need for that session in one bag. So whether it be that I turn up to a lake and I need to use a pod, or I might have to use bank sticks if I want to split one off in another swim, I've got everything with me, I haven't got to carry 2 bags. So yeah, that's another great feature for me, is that the bag is oversized. Although everything for the pod is in it, I've also got everything else in it as well. I'm not going to go into too much detail because you will find a full list of spec on the Century website, so head over to there now and check it out, along with the other pods in the range.